Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the 2020 CaringKind Alzheimer's Walk. I'm your host, Bill Ritter. I have done this event every year since 1998. Well, I missed last year, but I'm here in spirit, and I'm here now with you. Before we begin, I'd like to thank Avita Bansi for starting our day off with a centering yoga practice. Thank you, Avita. Namaste. We have a full day ahead, so here's a quick summary of what our day looks like. First, our opening ceremony will be about 25 minutes. Then we'll ask you to walk in your neighborhood. Any distance you walked is fine. And then at 1, please return to CaringKind's website for links to our virtual tables featuring staff and sponsors and technology expo vendors. At 1:30, we have a video panel discussion on caregiving and COVID-19. That video will be broadcast on CaringKind's YouTube page, on its Facebook page, as well as the homepage of our website. At 2 o'clock, right after the caregiving panel video, the great David Hyde Pierce will host a concert with his Broadway friends to thank you for all your efforts today. And David, thank you for doing this once again. Throughout it all, we hope you visit and you post on our digital memory wall, which can be found on the Walk website. So please take photos during your walk today and tag CaringKind on Instagram, on Facebook, and on Twitter. On all of our videos today, you'll see a text to give option. So if you are inspired to support CaringKind with a special gift, it couldn't be easier. Just text CK Walk to 44321. Our fundraising goal, it's a big one, $500,000, $500,000. If you haven't already, please help us achieve that goal for Alzheimer's and dementia caregivers. I have a personal connection here to all this, and it happened so coincidentally because I was asked in 1998 to host the walk, the Alzheimer's Walk in Lower Manhattan. As it happens, in June of 1998, my 81-year-old father died from what we called back then Alzheimer's, but it was Lewy body, one of the dementias, and it was fairly new in terms of diagnosis. And I was looking for something where I could honor my father. And sure enough, it came in the invitation to help chair and to help host the Alzheimer's March in Lower Manhattan. We have since moved up here, but I have stayed with it, and this organization, CaringKind, has stuck with me right here in my heart for all these years, and hopefully for years to come. So that's my personal connection. CaringKind's community of caregivers, it's a diverse population. To welcome our Chinese supporters, first, please welcome CaringKind's Chinese Outreach Manager, Wei Jing Shi.
大家好，我是石卫进，阿兹海默症关爱服务 CaringKind 华人外展经理。今天我非常高兴在这里，欢迎大家参加CaringKind 1年1度的步行筹款活动。每年的这一天是我最感动和最兴奋的时刻，我们大家相聚在一起，为失智症群体而走，为受到阿兹海默症和失智症影响的个人和家庭送去我们的关爱和支持。你们的参与就是给我最有价值的礼物。失智症群体是一个特别受折磨的一个群体，特别是在疫情之下，他们所受到的挑战和困难比任何受伤害的群体都要大。我每天都会跟他们在一起，每天我都会学到，从他们身上学到他们的一些坚韧不拔。你们参与步行，实际上呢，就是对这个群体最直接的一个支持。你们捐赠的每一元美金，都是对他们的一种关爱，也可以帮助 CaringKind 保留我们的免费服务给社区。今天的步行活动我们是在线上进行，10点钟开始是开幕式，大概是半个小时，10点半以后结束了。每一个呢 步行的人可以在你的家的周围，就是你的家的周围呢是步行做一个形式，然后呢1点钟再回来是我们的落寞室。落寞室呢也有很多的在线的一些表演或者是一些活动提供给大家。再一次感谢大家的参与，社区离不开大家，阿兹海默症群体也离不开大家，谢谢大家，希望大家平安快乐，谢谢。
Thank you, Weijing. And to welcome our Spanish language speakers, please welcome CaringKind's dementia care trainer, Juan Carlos Rojas.
Hola, muy buenos días. Muchas gracias por estar caminando con nosotros en esta caminata tan especial de CaringKind. Caminata 2020. Y en este momento no podemos estar con ustedes físicamente, pero queremos que ustedes sepan que de nuestro corazón, espiritualmente, estamos todos caminando por una misma causa, la causa de CaringKind, que es ayuda y apoyo a las familias que en estos momentos están pasando por una crisis de Alzheimer. Amigos, les invito a caminar con el corazón, les invito a caminar en sus vecindarios, les invito a caminar, aunque sean 5 minutos, 10 minutos, lo que usted pueda en su vecindario para apoyarnos en esta causa. También les quiero agradecer por ser parte de nuestra comunidad, por ser parte de las personas que nosotros podemos ayudar. Alrededor de la 1 de la tarde los esperamos de vuelta aquí. Vamos a tener un show, ustedes van a poder ver diferentes mesas virtualmente para conocer un poquitito más de nuestros servicios y para que podamos ayudarles. Caminemos, y si usted puede tocar su bolsillo y donar, aunque sea un pesito para esta causa, de corazón se lo agradecemos. Nuevamente, no estamos caminando físicamente, pero estamos de corazón caminando con usted. Muchas gracias.
Gracias, Juan Carlos. Now I have the honor to introduce you to CaringKind's new president and CEO. Welcome aboard, Eleonora. Eleonora Tornatore Maikish.
Thanks, Bill. I'm Eleonora, and thank you to our 32nd CaringKind Alzheimer's Walk. In 2019, dementia caregivers provided an estimated 18.5 billion hours of care. 2/3 of these caregivers are women, and about 1 in 3 caregivers is 65 or older, and 1/4 are the sandwich generation, meaning that they not only care for an aging parent, but also for children under the age of 18. CaringKind ensures that these caregivers of all ages, ethnicities, are given the tools, support, and resources to empower them to make the best decisions possible for their relatives, while showing them respect to care for themselves. Our priorities at CaringKind moving forward are made possible with your support. We will be able to sustain and grow our programs to meet the ongoing needs of the community. Dementia caregivers are more isolated, depressed, and stressed today more than any other type of caregiver. In response, we will be embarking on a new initiative, such as a caregiver wellness program that ensures caregivers remain healthy physically and emotionally. We will also continue to develop state-of-the-art caregiving programs that set best practice and serve our home here in New York City, but also replicated across the country. Enjoy the walk and stay healthy.
Eleonora, thank you and welcome aboard. Good luck for this important organization. And now, please welcome the chair of CaringKind's Board of Directors, David Hirsch.
Hi, I'm David Hirsch, chair of CaringKind's Board of Directors. I'm walking today for my dad, who passed away from complications of Alzheimer's about 3 years ago. On behalf of the board, thank you for walking today. Obviously, we can't come together like we usually do, so we've adapted. We've reimagined the walk as a hybrid event with both in-person and online elements. We've digitized the memory wall. We've created virtual tables to connect you with our staff, sponsors, and tech expo vendors, and so much more. As you know, CaringKind is a leading expert on Alzheimer's and dementia caregiving. And if there's one skill that caregivers can learn more than any other, it's learning about how to adapt. From the very beginning of a diagnosis, caregivers like you must learn how to accept and adapt a new situation. Every day, in countless ways, caregivers are challenged to keep a pace with constantly evolving disease in a world that seems to get more complicated each and every day. And here's the thing, no caregiver can do it all, and no caregiver can do it alone. That's what CaringKind is for, Our job is to provide caregivers with the support you need to provide the care your loved ones deserve. Jed Levine is famous for saying, if you've met one person with Alzheimer's or dementia, then you've met one person with Alzheimer's or dementia, meaning that each person is different in their caregiving needs and they are unique to them. There's no one-size-fits-all solution for Alzheimer's caregiving. If there were, there would be no need for CaringKind. As you already know, caregivers need a constant source of support that touches every facet of the Alzheimer's and dementia experience. That kind of comprehensive person-to-person support requires time, expertise, and of course money. We come together every year to celebrate caregivers, honor our loved ones, and secure resources necessary to fund our work for the year ahead. The walk is both a tradition and a tribute, and I'm honored and humbled that all of you come together in such spirit of giving to ensure that CaringKind can help the next family who calls our helpline. So please share your walk page one more time with friends and family and colleagues. Give them a chance to support your dedication and show our cause. Thank you and have a great walk day.
David, thank you. It is my distinct pleasure now to introduce a man who really sort of needs no introduction, having been a leader with CaringKind for more than 30 years. Please welcome the really great guy and so smart, Jed Levine.
Welcome to the 2020 CaringKind Alzheimer's Walk. How I wish I were with all of you, standing in front of a huge crowd at Riverside Park or Coney Island. I'm delighted to welcome our new president and CEO, Eleonora Tornatori-Mikish. Eleonora was an intern with us many years ago. I was impressed with her then and continue to be excited about her passion, her drive, and her energy to bring CaringKind into its next chapter, bigger and better and well-funded. I want to thank Bill Ritter for once again stepping up and emceeing this event. We are so grateful for your long-standing and loyal support of our mission. This is the 2020 walk coronavirus style, virtual, but no less heartfelt and needed more than ever. COVID has affected every facet of our lives, and it has profoundly affected how we provide care for those with dementia. Caregiving has never been easy, but the virus has made it so much more difficult. The social isolation felt by so many caregivers is compounded by the stay-at-home rules and the lack of community supports. It has forced us to dig deep and find our resilience and keep the hope alive. I am so proud of the way that the CaringKind staff and volunteers have responded to the crisis. We quickly responded by providing our services of care and support through web chats, virtual seminars, education programming, virtual support groups, training, social work services, outreach, and of course, the helpline is at the heart of it all. Our Medical Alert Wanderers Safety Program continues to enroll people and works actively with NYPD when there is a missing elder with dementia. And I am particularly proud of the resources we have developed and shared to keep your person with dementia engaged and active during the lockdown. You can find more of these fun and creative activities and suggestions on our website. At a time when we still don't have a significant disease-modifying treatment, a way of preventing Alzheimer's or a cure, in the absence of these, the best treatment is good care, and that's what we specialize in at CaringKind. The walk is a critically important event for CaringKind. We're 98% privately supported, and we're so grateful to all of you who have joined us and raised funds to ensure that our programs are available to everyone who needs them. This year, we need to do really well as the virus has affected so many areas of our fundraising, canceling events like the marathon and Tackle ALZ, and at the same time, the virus has created greater demand for our services. Thank you so much for your support, and I encourage you to continue collecting funds from your family, friends, and coworkers. If they need our help, please refer them to our helpline, 646-744-2900. The community depends on CaringKind, and we depend on the community to support us. I am especially grateful to our 2020 sponsors and partners, whose names and logos are appearing on your screen right now. Please visit the virtual exhibit tables at 1 o'clock to meet our staff, sponsors, and Tech Expo vendors. Stay for the Caregiving and COVID panel at 1:30, and at 2 o'clock, You are in for a wonderful experience as our good friend, Emmy and Tony Award winner David Hyde Pierce hosts a concert with his friends from Broadway. A special thank you to David for doing this for us. We're so grateful and appreciate your going above and beyond to make this a reality. But most of all, I thank you all for joining us in this celebration of caregiving, recognizing the resilience, the strength, and the vulnerability of all who provide care, family member or professional. And join me as we honor and pay tribute to all those living with dementia and remember those who have died. Before I close, I want to congratulate our 2020 CaringKind Walk honorees, Dr. Jessica Zwerling from Montefiore, who's been a great friend and partner, and support group leader Lorraine Ruggieri. Thank you, and all our support group leaders for your selfless service, making it possible for us to host our network of close to 90 support groups. I want to thank the CaringKind Walk team, staff Chris Doucette, who has brilliantly managed this event, creating it out of whole cloth and giving us an experience that I know you will enjoy. And to the whole staff who support the walk effort in so many different ways, I thank you for this and the work you do every day. Thank you, walkers. Enjoy the day.
Jed, thank you so very much. And now for a very special moment, the 2020 Community Partner Leadership Award. This year's honoree is Dr. Jessica Zwerling and the Montefiore Medical Center's for the Aging Brain and Memory Disorder Center. They have helped create CaringKind's satellite office in the Bronx, helped connect people with dementia and their caregivers to support and furthered our shared mission of caring for families in need. What's more important than that? Now my honor to introduce Dr. Jessica Zwerling.
The Montefiore Einstein Center for the Aging Brain is thrilled to accept this award from CaringKind. I'm so pleased on our long-standing relationship in delivering care to our older adults. I'm so thankful for the seamless care from the leadership of Jed Levine and Nikki Mariano in embedding consultations at our center. The Leslie R. Samuels and Fan Fox Foundation and the New York State Department of Health as our Center of Excellence for Alzheimer's Disease, as well as the vision leadership of the Department of Neurology and Geriatrics, has led us to develop the clinical structure for the Center for the Aging Brain. Together, we deliver seamless care to our patients and caregiver dyads through a multidisciplinary team of experts, geriatricians, neurologists, geriatric psychiatrists, social workers, neuropsychologists, as well as rehabilitation center specialists. Like CaringKind, we deliver care to an extreme diverse population. We are so thrilled for the partnership. Our patients have benefited significantly from the Connect to Culture program, as well as the educational and outreach program for diverse populations. In addition, I really want to emphasize the Wanderer Safety Program. It has been key to helping our loved ones stay safe and navigating Alzheimer's disease. We have included this as part of our initial evaluation when patients are diagnosed with Alzheimer's disease, and we are thrilled to provide this care for patients with Alzheimer's disease and their loved ones. I would be remiss if I didn't recognize the work of Teresa Santos, who's our lead behavioral care manager and has worked hand in hand with CaringKind in our seamless evaluation of older adults and has worked with us through a Center of Excellence at our center to provide seamless care to the older adults in our diverse population. I'm always so thrilled to pair with CaringKind in educational outreach efforts. We're thrilled to have you a part of our educational efforts here at Montefiore at our conferences as well as Project Echo. And we love attending conferences and delivering education to our different populations in our national, regional conferences with you. We thank you for your participation and look forward to those many efforts. I wanted to thank CaringKind for your efforts in providing seamless care with us during the height of the COVID-19 crisis. During that time, we changed our coordinated evaluations to telemedicine in a program we called C-Care, or Coordinated Care for At-Risk Elderly during the COVID-19 crisis. We were still able to provide our culturally relevant care to our older adults who were now isolated at home and for worried caregivers, and we could not have done that without the partnership from CaringKind. I thank you for continuing to be creative, to always accept the efforts after each conference when we turn to each other and we say, okay, what's next? What program can we do? I really look forward to the lifelong partnership and forever partnership with CaringKind with the Center for the Aging Brain. Thank you for this wonderful award on behalf of our patients and caregivers here at Montefiore Einstein.
Dr. Zwerling, thank you so much. Let's go to the next honor, the 2020 Good Samaritan Award. This year's Good Samaritan, not just good, she's great. She's been a volunteer support group leader with CaringKind for more than 30 years. Over that period, she has helped hundreds of caregivers get the care they need to stay healthy. Please welcome our 2020 Good Samaritan, Lorraine Ruggieri.
Thank you so much for this lovely recognition. 30 years is a long time, but looking back, I cannot think of a more satisfying way to have lived my life. And along the way, CaringKind was my touchstone. When I first came to CaringKind in the late 1980s, it was a fledgling organization under a different name with fewer than a dozen staff and numerous volunteers, most of whom were or had been caregivers. Back then, Alzheimer's disease, the name was hardly known, was considered an obscure illness of old people who kept repeating things. So what's the big deal, right? It is a big deal. For those people afflicted with the illness and their caregivers, it's a self-robbing disease that generally changes the course of both lives. As CaringKind developed and grew, it became fully staffed. There was a helpline, a website, a newsletter, many programs and services, support groups, and a memory walk. I also developed, and my mission of caregiving became my life. I became a support group leader in 1991 after my father's death from dementia. In this role, as caregiver to caregivers, I had the opportunity to become engaged with people from all walks of life, to learn and to be inspired by their ability to rise to the challenges of caregiving for people with Alzheimer's disease and dementia. They are unknown heroes, another greatest generation. This brings to mind a famous quote by Albert Camus that I think has particular reference with regard to caregivers. In the midst of winter, I found there was within me an invincible summer. Yes, these years have gone by, but I remain steadfast in my mission and my journey. I would like to have another 30 years, but without Alzheimer's disease. Thank you again.
Lorraine, thank you so much and congratulations. And thank you to all the volunteer support group leaders who provide such expert care to our caregivers. Of course, the only way CaringKind can offer support group is with the financial support of our donors. Appearing on your screen right now, some of our top walk fundraisers. Thank you all so much for your great accomplishments. Such important work you're doing. Expect a special gift from us with our thanks very soon. And that concludes our opening ceremony. We are about to start walking. You ready? Before we do, though, please return at 1 o'clock to CaringKind's website for the virtual tables, at 1:30 for the caregiving panel video, and at 2 o'clock, don't forget, David Hyde Pierce and his Broadway Friends concert. So, you ready to walk? Let the countdown begin. You can join with me. 10,
9,
8,
7,
6,
5,
4,
3,
2,
1,
walk.
walk.
开始。
walk.
vamos a caminar.
let's walk.